for life beyond the university. It is an intentional effort to equip them with relevant knowledge, insights, and network that support a purposeful entry into the world of work, entrepreneurship, civil life, and alumni engagement. This year's theme, making the moment, graduation as a gateway to purpose and possibility, reflects our belief that graduation is not merely a ceremony, but a defining moment, an opportunity to reflect, to dream, and to strategize for impact. Through this seminar, we seek to connect our students to the university's growing alumni network, expose them to practical paths and post-graduation realities, and affirm the values of integrity, creativity, and excellence that define the ATU family. We believe that our graduates are not just completing a chapter, they are stepping boldly into a future filled with promise and potential.
We are not gathered here to say goodbye. We are gathered here to say see you soon. Because we expect that once you pass through this university, you become a big family. And what you are going to listen to this afternoon means that you must always touch base with your alma mater. When I came in, I heard a lot of interaction about AI and all those things. You know, research reveals that every 50 years there is evolution of technology, and that is birthing what we call the disruptive or emerging technologies. So you talk about the AI, you talk about digital twin, you talk about what the smart data, you talk about what the augmented reality, and then what virtual reality, and the 3D, the drone technology, what have you. There are so many, and you know maybe we don't know the time that we are in now, but let me say it here and now that we've been talking about generation what? Z. Z is long past. It ended in 2010. So from 2010 to 2025, we are in the generation Alpha. So the if of this year, we are going to enter into the future generation or futuristic generation we call generation Beta. And every 15 years, every 15 years makes a new generation. And when we talk about generation, they are coming up with technologies. So what it means is that when you are going to the world of work, at least you must have knowledge of this existing technology in order that it will make you more marketable, very competitive. I just said this morning to some few students that I was teaching that you've heard of the 3D printing. So someone will ask, does it really affect my discipline? It encompasses, it goes through all disciplines. Do you know that the 3D printing can be used by ACIM students for cake printing, bread making, and all this. This digital twin I'm talking about can be used by fashion departments. Now you have your phone, you can make WhatsApp call. Once you make the WhatsApp call, based on your picture, If you're a designer, you want some outfits, they can use your picture to take your measurements. And then you go through the like the stores and then pick the clothes that you want. Once you pick the clothes, they'll splash it on you and then look at you see yourself in that and they ask you which design do you want. So you have a picture of whatever clothes that and then once you take the lesson, then they start selling it to you. That is where we are getting to. We are no more in a global village, but we are in what? The next door. So you are the next door neighbor.
Now, what graduation represents? Graduation, a powerful word that signifies more than just the end of studies. It represents the culmination of a specific course of education, typically at the secondary or tertiary level. It is a formal recognition of your academic accomplishments. It is an affirmation of your perseverance, discipline, and intellectual growth. But more than a ceremony, graduation is a celebration of your grades and determination, a moment to reflect on your journey, the trials you have overcome, and the transformation you have undergone. It is also a defining point for both the students and the university. As students, you make a deliberate choice of where to pursue your studies. And as university, ATU is committed to equipping you with a holistic education and the environment needed for your success. This mutual investment culminates in a graduation ceremony, a display of pride, accomplishment, and institutional identity. Hence, the colorful setting, dignitaries, well-dressed graduates, and joyful families are not mere decorations. They are symbols of the value we place on this milestone. It is during these moments that we expect you, the students, our soon to graduate, to carry yourself with decorum, pride, and dignity. For the ceremony reflects not only on you, but also on the institution that nurtured you. Now, let's see graduation as a ritual. Let us consider graduation not just as a ceremony, but as an academic ritual. According to Grenard, the concept of ritual can be defined as the orderly performance of a complex sequence of formalic acts and utterances that are set apart from other forms of everyday activity through framing, formalization, and that consists of a series of choreographed movements and gestures. By this definition, graduation is undoubtedly a ritual. It is not an everyday occurrence. Every gesture, pronouncement, speech, and ceremonial act is intentional. It symbolizes the transition from student to graduate, from learner to professional, and from enrollment to alumni. Proper dress code, the symbolism and significance of the academic regalia. Equally important is the proper wearing of academic regalia, which reflects discipline, respect for tradition, and readiness to be formally recognized. the gowns you wear, the hood, and the cap each have symbolic meanings tied to academic heritage. For instance, the position of the tassel, I'm talking about the rope on the cap, like somebody swearing now. The position of the tassel on the cap carries significance. So when worn on the right, as he's wearing now, it indicates that one is still a candidate for graduation. And when moved to the left, as he has done, it signifies that official conferral of degree has been done. So before the graduation, you see all the students having their tassels on the left or the right. So after the degree has been conferred, then you will have to turn it to the right. Thank you very much.
Passport expired. And the time was limited. There was no way he could get a passport. He had a passport though, but it expired. I had valid. So I was allowed to go. He stayed. So you don't know when an opportunity will come for you to travel. And it's not about thinking of US or even the West African countries. If you are going there, they'll ask for a passport. I remember 2 years ago, we went to inaugurate the Gambia chapter. The Director of Public Relations was part of this. They check our passports. And the Gambia, when we arrived at Gambia, they checked. So we have an alumni chapter in Gambia. There were about 500. There are more than 500 Gambians. So please, very important. As Mandela once said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Unquote. Your journey will not always be smooth. However, I assure you that your training at ATU has given you the wind to rise above every storm. In the words of Maya Angelou, I quote, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Let this truth guide us. Journey, grow, continuously, strive, continue courageously, and live purposely. Before I conclude, I want to say this. Remember that you are not alone. You are now part of the global family, united by heritage, strengthened by excellence, and inspired. The ATU alumni family, wear the ATU badge with pride. Let us rise together. Long live our alma mater. Long live Akateka University. Thank you very much.
I'm sure most of you here want to travel. You want to further your education. And those who are looking to go to the US, United States of America. But Donald Trump says he doesn't want us even through student visits. But I'm sure our beautiful ladies from St. Louis University, Missouri, USA are here to give us information on how we can go to the America.
I'll follow the same protocol. I must say that I'm wowed with what I'm seeing today because, as the alumni president said, in our time, some years ago, we didn't experience something like this. I'm not from ATU, but I'm coming from a different school. So I'm like, what's going on? What's so different about ATU? So good afternoon once again, respected members of Accra Technical University, including the alumni team, the Student Representative Council, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It's an honor to be here representing St. Louis University, a globally recognized institution deeply committed to nurturing education that leads to purpose-driven life. As you prepare to graduate, this is not just an ending, but a powerful new beginning and SLU is here to walk with you in a world full of possibilities. How many of you here are planning to pursue further studies abroad? If you can raise your hands. Great. And how many of you are exploring career opportunities outside Ghana? And are your passports ready? Okay. So when we talk about St. Louis University, it's located in Missouri. It's one of the top 10 amongst the US cities according to CARE. Also, St. Louis is not just committed with educating students alone, we care about you. So in St. Louis, when you study, we ensure that your whole person, you have the sanity to learn on campus. Also, we are not only in USA, Missouri, we are also in Madrid, in Spain, and also, and just like how we are in Madrid, we are also coming to ATU. Okay, so why must you choose SLU? SLU and St. Louis University. So when you see SLU, it's just a shortened form of St. Louis University. Why must you choose SLU? Because there's no application fee. You know, in most of these schools outside of Ghana, in US, Canada, and UK, when you're applying, you need to pay an application fee. But in SLU, there's no application fee. Also, there's no GRE or GMAT required. Also, we give up to 50% scholarship to students who apply to St. Louis University. Also, because we are coming from Ghana, there's an English proficiency waiver, so you don't need to write any test to apply to a school in St. Louis. As you are planning to further your education, I know most of you would be furthering your education into various aspects of studies. And St. Louis, we have over 180 graduate programs in the areas such as science, health, law, medicine, and humanities. We have technology, and then under technology, we have Master of Science in AI, bioinformatics, we have business management, project management, which most students from our panel are from Ghana. Also, we have engineering and the others. Therefore, this tells you that in St. Louis, we have all the courses that you'll be able to apply to. What are opportunities available? So I'm sure you are wondering, so when I travel to the US and I go to St. Louis, what happens next? And that is why in my first slide, I was saying that we care about you. After your studies, we have opportunities available. Career counseling, one-on-one appointments, career search. We help you to get a job. That is the basis. All these things I'm mentioning is just to prepare you, to help you to get a job. Just like the alumina mentioned. Even though he's coming from ATU, one of the reasons why they have these seminars is to help you to get a job in various institutions. So in SLU, when you are an international student, we prepare you through career counseling, one-on-one appointments, career search assistance, and then we help you to get a job. So right after school, and even when you are in school, you are able to get some of these job opportunities to be able to pay for your fees. Congratulations once again for the class of 2025.